What's up guys, Jake here, and in this video I'm bringing you some Team Defender gameplay. I know I've been uploading a lot of Team Defender, but this is one of the few things I actually enjoy on Modern Warfare 3 these days. So stay tuned for more of that, just be expecting that. If you don't really like this defensive gameplay, or rather defensive game type, because Team Defender is fairly defensive, hence the Defender name. But if you don't really like that, I'm sorry. Maybe you should check out a different video or just a different channel altogether, because most of my gameplay is pretty defensive. I do occasionally pull out, some crazy rushing gameplay, but most of the time it doesn't happen. So didn't really know what I want to talk about in this video until I hopped on PlayStation, and then I got like a 70 kill game and a couple 40 kill games. And for me, that's pretty good because, like I said, I play fairly defensively and I wait for the kills to come to me. I'm not always running around and stuff. But I did pull like a 70 kill game, which I think is the most. I think I got an Omnicide without a Moab, which was pretty cool. I was kind of excited about that. And then that sort of made me think, why can't I always do this on Xbox? I do better, just playing, my normal play style, but I can't pull these, pretty high scoring games. Then I thought about it a little bit. And then I figured I'd talk about a little bit about the strengths and weaknesses of the Xbox and the PlayStation, because I own both, so I feel like I have an unbiased opinion. And just because I was playing earlier, I think that sort of made me want to talk about it, so let's just get started then. I'll start with the Xbox because that's the system I've had the longest. The Xbox, some of the good stuff is that it seems a lot more social. Like, it's a lot easier to talk to your friends, play games with your friends and stuff because of the live parties, and it has a lot easier internet access, or from my experience anyway. It's a lot easier to invite your friends to games. You can invite them through like, an Xbox message, or you can just invite them through the game. And on PlayStation, it redirects you to the message thing. That's not always bad, but you always have to talk on PlayStation in the the game, and with a lot of like 5-year-olds and stuff playing, that can get kind of annoying. I know you can mute everybody, but generally Xbox is a lot easier to do social things. It's a lot easier to get on the internet, for me anyway, and go on like Facebook or YouTube or something. And another thing is, I feel like it has better connection. Maybe this is just me, my experience with it, but for me, I feel like it has a lot better connection. I don't know if this is true or not, but I usually pull better connection with my Xbox, so don't really know if that is actually true or not. That's just what from my experience. And another thing that's good about the Xbox is Microsoft. I know you're probably thinking, Microsoft, what does that have to do other than they made the Xbox? Well, Microsoft, as you know, is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they pay a lot more for special things for their games. Like, for example, in a very obvious example, Call of Duty. Xbox owners get all the DLC content, all the Elite content before PlayStation. I know that's kind of unfair, but I'm not saying if it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's how it is. Microsoft generally pays a lot more, and they do a lot more for their games that come out for the Xbox. They pay developers more money to do certain things for their game to make them play better. Which I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's just what happens. And another little thing is on Xbox you have a couple noticeable games that are Xbox only, such as Halo and Gears of War. Although Halo 4 is going to be multi-platform, so I wouldn't worry about Halo too much. Wouldn't worry about it too much at this point in time. And the only really bad thing I can think about it is, one, the people who play it are generally a lot more hardcore players because you have to pay for online and it's not going to be as casual. And also, the obvious thing is you have to pay for the online, which, then again, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? It definitely draws a more hardcore fan base, I feel like, but maybe that's just from my experience. And for the PlayStation, some of the good things are, I feel like the PlayStation is just a stronger system. I know that sounds weird, but the graphics on my PlayStation are 100 times better. I have an HD TV with an HDMI cord, and the graphics are beautiful. They have really good graphics, and if you notice, for a lot of games, like what's a good example? Dead Space 2. Dead Space 2 on the Xbox I think had 2 game discs, and I think on PlayStation only had 1, and like LA Noire I think had 3 or 4 on Xbox, and PlayStation I think it had 1. So I feel like the PlayStation has a lot more processing power, and it's just a lot stronger of a system, like I said. Another good thing is the online is free. which is good. One, just because you don't have to pay money for the obvious reason, and two, because I feel like it draws more of a casual gaming crowd, or maybe a younger crowd, just because they're not going to want, if you don't want to pay for your online, then you're probably not going to be playing as often as you would, not every day or something. So generally, I know this is kind of a dick stereotype, but generally I would say PlayStation players are worse. I don't want to offend anybody who plays on PlayStation. I know there's a lot of great players on PlayStation, but I feel like there's also a lot more bad players. So yeah. And the bad things is I feel like it's harder to do more simple tasks like in Xbox Live parties and stuff. And I mean, other than that, there's really nothing bad about it. So if you're looking for a more casual system, I'd go for the PlayStation. Hardcore, definitely Xbox. I know you're probably thinking, oh, should I get the PS4 or the 720? From what I said, you honestly can't tell because I don't know anything about the new systems, and chances are you probably don't either. So as you can see, this gameplay is wrapping up. If you like this video, please leave a rating, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.